On the 5th of mid-year in the year of Akatosh 411, Noix of the Piraeus clan was born under a bad omen. No matter how hard he tried, no matter how much he trained, it seemed impossible for him to gain proficiency in even a single skill. Some say he was cursed by the gods themselves, others say he was just a bit of a dumbass. Either way, he was determined to fulfill his destiny and repel the Oblivion invasion, even if it meant doing so without gaining a single point of XP in any of his skills. But how can you beat an RPG without gaining XP? That's the entire point. Well, we are in luck because Todd Howard revolutionized the genre. Instead of gaining XP for killing monsters or completing quests, we gain XP in skills simply by using them. Which means if we wanna beat this game without gaining a single point of XP, we can't swim, jump or run, very fun and timed missions, use weapons of any kind including our bare hands, block any attacks again including with our bare hands, wear any kind of armor, cast any kind of magic, craft or repair any items, sneak, pickpocket or lockpick, and lastly we cannot trade with or try to persuade anyone. While our progress might be slow, literally on account of having to walk everywhere, we are not as helpless as it might seem. Lucky for us, Dark Elves get to summon the spirit of their ancestors to fight for them once per day. Unlucky for us, that spirit is bound to the honor system and refuses to intervene in a one-on-one fight. Let's just leave. Their squeaking is almost as painful as their teeth. I'm gonna steal their cheese. There isn't any reason, it's purely out of spite. This spike clock right here might appear as a weapon to the untrained eye, but Todd Howard has a very narrow definition when it comes to the word weapon. To him, it's an environmental kill. So why should we get charged? Get XP. With them taken care of, we can stand in the middle of this cave for 24 hours straight to refresh our guardian spirit. The next tool in our arsenal will be items that cast spells for us, meaning scrolls and staffs are fair game. Now's also a good point to mention that while I could just dupe a bunch of items to make the challenge a lot easier, that influx of wares would also devastate the local economy, and I'm not nearly British enough to do so. Meaning you won't be seeing any glitches here. Okay, we're still playing Oblivion, so you will see a lot of glitches. But none of them will be in our favor, I can tell you this much right now. It took us 2 whole days to get through the first dungeon. The Emperor must be long gone by now, and never mind, he's somehow behind us. We wanna pick the Lord as our birth sign because it gives us access to the Blood of the North, a healing ability that costs quite a bit of magicka, but it doesn't have a once per day limit. It also makes us part troll, which gives us a fire weakness, but that one will be balanced out by our Dark Elf side giving us fire resistance. The only thing that matters about our class is getting intelligence and willpower. Those two will boost our max magicka and magicka regeneration rate respectively. And just like that, we're out of the sewers. We borrow ourselves a horse and head straight to Battlehorn Castle. Inside we have to navigate a few hidden passages to find the former owner of the castle turned undead, still holding on to his most prized possession, the Dragon Sword of Leinlin. While we can't use the sword itself, just having it in our possession grants us the ability to cast Dragon Breath, a fire-based AoE spell. Looks like this lich got frozen on his throne. You see, this Warcraft 3 expansion, it's about the lich. Someone stole my borrowed horse. All because I got distracted talking about Warcraft 3. I can't believe this keeps happening. After a long walk, we've made it to Leavin. Southeast of here we can find the last of our abilities, for now at least. I promise to bring it back this time. With our new power we get to, once per day, paralyze the target for 5 seconds, while also applying a weak damage over time. Alright, let's get you back to the stable. Okay, good news, we managed to defeat the attacker. Bad news, we don't get to bring the horse back. But hey, we're gonna look real good when we are walking back to town. With our offensive sorted out, let's get our defense going as well. While we can't use any regular shields, the developers forgot to add experience rate for the use of human shields, and I know just the place to get them.
I'm sorry, but the guild doesn't accept criminals as members.
I'll have you know, I never stole anything. Oh yeah, the cheese I stole from the rats. Yeah, it's only fair I do time for that.
Hope you rot, criminal scum.
As long as you're not a wanted criminal, there's a place for you in the guild. Are you interested? All right then.
Let's get another horse. I swear I'll bring it back this time. We head to the inn north of Anvil, remember to close the gate, and put the horse in the safety of the stable. Sure hope no foxes show up. You see, that's the very point.
Carte has sent you, has she not? Go and speak with Christoph. Rent a room for the night. Once you have your room, I will meet you there. Hello there.
Pardon me, did I hear you say that you're a traveling merchant? Don't you worry, what with the recent killings and all?
Yeah, there are some real creeps out there.
All right, it should be safe to speak here. Once you've rested here, you need to continue along the Gold Road, heading east towards Kvatch. I shall be following out of sight, along with a fellow battle mage.
Say, when you arrived here, did you by any chance forget to close the gate behind you? Alright, quick change of plans. I was expecting those two to work like normal followers, but instead they refused to follow me. At all, even just to the quest destination. They refuse to move away from their hiding spots no matter what I do. So we're gonna head over to Skingrad for one that hopefully works. Just one more horse for the road. One more. I can stop anytime, I just need one more. This time, I put it in a proper stable, watched over by a stable hand, so there's no conceivable way for it to escape on its own. Inside the local mages guild, we pick up a rescue mission for our next companion. Okay, let me get this straight. My horse staged an escape alongside one of the local horses. Okay. It's fine, I'm just bringing it back to the stable. After a small detour. And I won't mess it up this time. I'm just going to paralyze it so it can't even attempt to run away. Inside the cave we clear out a few zombies, and as long as we don't complete the quest, Arthur over here will follow us and be marked as essential. Meaning we now have an immortal NPC between us and the enemy at all times.
Oh, thank you. You're just too kind.
You think they're gonna believe me when I tell them the horse melted? They didn't believe me. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but I have a really good plan. There's a goblin hideout east of the city. What does everyone know about goblins? They're weak. Weak enough that I can take them on without Arthur's. Meaning he can stay behind and watch the horse while I go inside and get the two goblin totem staves inside. Any of this went over your head?
I hope we'll... Okay, if you say so. I can't wait to be back in Skingrad, safe and sound.
First blood. Killing spree. Double kill. Rampage. Headshot. Multi-kill. Dominating. Denied. Unstoppable.
With our new weapon in tow, let's see what hijinks our horse has gotten itself. It's still here. And tame. Iertos must have tamed it while waiting. This is perfect. Let's go, buddy. We've got the kingdom to save.
Pay up, or else. We can play it that way if you like. Die, damn you. Yeah. Godlike.
Just like that, we make it to the Vanen Priory and can start the main quest, where it turns out that Uriel Septim is a cheater and a deadbeat who waited until the last possible moment to issue a command protecting his son, because even in the face of literally hell on earth, he couldn't just admit to his infidelity. In an interview, Todd Howard even confirmed that the reason the player is locked into watching the Emperor die at the start of the game instead of getting to interfere is because playtesters that were given that freedom complained about feeling stupid for saving him after hearing his backstory. We head over to Kvatch to save the Emperor's son, but the city gates are blocked by an Oblivion gate, so we make the reasonable choice of charging in before we get too scared to do so. That's supposed to be hell? My companion can summon bigger imps than that, and apparently horses are bound to their plane of origin. But thankfully we made a knight who's as strong as he is easily persuaded.
I'm getting out of here. You're right.
As he is easily startled. That imp up on the hill started throwing fireballs at us, which caused the knight to charge ahead into the minefield, where he managed to take out one whole imp. But weakened by the mines, he died, wounding a second one, which was the last obstacle before the tower holding his friend. Nice of them to leave free mana lying around though. A quick word about the Goblin Staff. Unlike a lot of loot in Oblivion, the Goblin Staff doesn't scale with the player, it always deals a fixed amount of damage. Meaning it's much more effective on low levels and the most effective on level 1 when all the enemies have their basic health. Is this Ethos up there? How did he get up there this fast? And how is he back here now? I find it very concerning how he just appeared past the gate that can only be opened by demons. Nah, it's probably nothing. Get away from my borrowed horse! Let's check what sigil stone we got, and... nice! After a few more imps who missed the bus home, we can talk with Martin, who confirms that the Daedra knew this exact position from the very beginning, just in case you were wondering if the Emperor's secrecy had any positive effect at all. But unlike his disappointment of a father, he is a decent person, and refuses to leave the chapel if it means leaving civilians behind. So we give a hand to the guards captain and lead the charge in freeing the city. Let's head back to the Priory, which is under attack by assassins. While we did manage to repel the attackers, they did get away with the Amulet of Kings. While we do want to get that one back, we first wanna escort Martin to the safety of Cloud Ruler Temple. A task made easy by Joffrey providing horses for everyone. Just in time if you ask me, it was getting a bit awkward how Ortis had to run after me everywhere. And this is it! The most secure location in all of Tamriel. With the front door left wide open. At least give him a chance. We don't really have anyone else. It's time to search for the amulet inside the capital. Horses aren't allowed within city limits, so I'm gonna have to leave it at a stable.
I am Brealus Gawe, and no, we don't sell horses, but we do eat well. The stables are owned by an orc, and you know, orcs and horses.
Whatever you say, vaguely racist stable hand. Our first informant will be waiting for us inside the boarding house.
Listen, I'm going to get up in a minute and walk out of here. That guy in the corner behind me will follow me. You follow him.
His disguise as a drunkard is immaculate. You good? You look a bit green.
Search his body. I'll keep an eye out in case any of his friends are nearby.
You only had his book.
Good work. I am glad to see you, by the way. You just caught me at a bad time. The assassins who killed the Emperor were part of a Daedric cult known as the Mythic Dawn. There's a scholar at the Arcane University. Tarmina's her name. Supposed to be an expert on Daedric cults.
To the university we go. Tamina, oh, I'm sorry. You know I was going to make a joke about all elves looking the same, but looking at Tamina, I might just be stupid.
I got the message about. How can I help you? You know of them? One of the most secretive of all the Daedric cults. They follow the teachings of Mainkar Cameron. Find them, eh? I believe that his writings contain hidden clues to the location of the Mythic Dawn's secret shrine to Mehrunes Dagon. If you want to find them, you'll need all 4 volumes of the commentaries. Here, you can have the library's copy of Volume 2. As I've said, I've never even seen the 3rd and 4th volumes. You should try first edition over in the Market District.
No! Sure. Goodbye. Farewell.
What a lively town.
I'm Phintius, owner and proprietor of the first edition. Look around. If I don't have it, maybe I can get it.
1 book, please.
You must be referring to Mainkar Cameron's commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes. A common mistake.
No-life nerd who's never gotten pussy before in his entire life.
I happen to have a copy of Volume 3 on hand, but I'm afraid it is a special order. Already paid for by another customer. Sorry.
I'm here for my book.
I know, Otis, but we have to be careful. This is the only lead we have. This is a stick-up. Give me the book.
Leave me alone. That book is mine. The Mythic Dawn. I don't know what you're talking about. What? The Mythic Dawn were the ones? You have to believe me. I truly had no idea. Here. Volume 3 is yours. You can only get Volume 4 directly from a member of the Mythic Dawn. I had set up a meeting with the sponsor, as he called himself. Here, take this note they gave me. It tells you where to go. I don't want anything else to do with the Mythic Dawn.
You are the most gullible person I've ever met. And I fought alongside a guy who charged into a minefield because an imp looked at him funny.
This just might be the break we've been looking for. Good work. We need to get that 4th book then. If Tarmina is right, we can use these books to locate the Mythic Dawn's hidden shrine. Let's go. I know that part of the sewers well.
What does he mean by this?
Get my back!
I think you're gonna be fine.
Stick together!
You really didn't need to summon this.
Alright, the room with the table is just through this door. I happen to know that if you go up the stairs there, you can get a vantage point on the meeting room. I think I'd better be the one to handle the meeting. You'll be my backup. Keep watch from above in case of trouble. Remember, we must not leave here without the book. Everything depends on this, so don't screw it up.
Alright, I get it. Wait, I can't sneak.
I told you to come along. Kill them. I fought much, man.
Oh, I'm glad you're alright. One of the cult has got you. But I managed to save your life. You're now indebted to me forever. Like the last one, boss only had a book on him. Inside his hideout, I managed to find an amulet that lets you walk on water. And a ring that gives us armor that's on fire. That's good. That's a good thing.
To find their secret shrine to Mehrunes Dagon, you'll need to study the 4 volumes of Mainkar Cameron's commentaries. You've piqued my curiosity about this puzzle. I will think on it myself and let you know if I have any ideas. Check back with me tomorrow after I've given this matter some thought.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and stare at you for 24 hours straight.
It appears to me that the first words of each paragraph may be significant. A message may be hidden there. I'll continue to study the problem. Come by tomorrow if you like. I may think of something else.
Got it.
I think I may have figured out the hidden message in Mankar Cameron's books. Write this down. Green Emperor Way, where tower touches midday sun.
Let's go get our horses. My horse! It's magnificent! This has to be the best stable in all of Tamriel. There we are! You ready, Isa? You're not Isa? There he is! Why is he on foot? Isa, where did your horse go? Did you lose your horse? Seriously? How do you lose an entire horse? It's a horse! Alright, you ready? Don't look at me like this. You're the one that lost the horse, not me.
Welcome, brother. The hour is late, but the master still has need for willing hands. You may pass into the shrine.
I am Harrow, Warden of the Shrine of Dagon. You may have the honor to be initiated into the order by the Master himself. Give me your possessions, and put on this initiate's robe.
I went through hell to get those shoes.
What? I must warn you, no one leaves this place.
Let's put that attitude of yours to good use. Irot, what are you doing? Stop this! Irot? Oh, thanks you, Goraf, you're back to normal. A terrible mind control spell was cast on you. You have to be more careful. Interesting bit of trivia, if you don't have any lockpicks, you can softlock the game by not picking up the doorkeeper's key. The way forward is blocked by this door and the door back out is locked until you complete the quest. Good news, we found the amulet. Bad news, Mankar Cameron managed to escape with it. Neutral news, Carte ran off, but he'll be back. The entrance is still locked. Let's just free this prisoner right here because we're a good person and pick up the book so we can follow Mankar. Hey, you're back! You'll never let me hear the end of this one. Time to get back to the temple.
Ah, you're back. I suspect that the secret of how to open a portal to Cameron's paradise lies within these pages. But I will need time. In the meantime, you should speak to Joffrey. He was concerned about reports of spies in Bruma.
Ah, yes, I hope you can help. The gate guards have reported seeing strangers on the road for the past several nights. I cannot leave Cloud Ruler undefended while my men search the whole mountainside, but these spies must be eliminated. Talk to Stefan. He can tell you where he has seen them. Track down the spies and kill them. Find out what they know and what they're planning, if possible.
Survivor's optional. Got it.
We always see them near the rune stone at dusk.
That gives me an idea. Kodak, stay here as a lookout. Cody, watch out, the assassin's right next to you! Whew, that was a close one.
I'm Captain Bird, commander of the Bruma Guard. Since you're working with Cloud Ruler Temple, I'm going to authorize you to search Gerald's house. I'll pass the word to my men. We won't interfere.
Those plans here say that there's a second assassin. And there's also a hidden passage underneath the house. So, if I had to guess where the second one is hiding out... I knew it! That's what you get for trying to kill Martin. Wait, a third assassin? The Mythic Dawn is as resourceful as I had feared.
Excellent work. You should speak to Martin. I believe he has made some progress with the Mysterium Xarxes.
I've deciphered part of the ritual needed to open a portal to Cameron's paradise. The Xarxes mentions 4 items needed for the ritual, but so far I have only deciphered one of them. The blood of a Daedra Lord. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact.
Martin needing a Daedra artifact might seem like a problem since the only way of getting one is completing a Daedric quest. Daedric quests have a level requirement and leveling up requires getting experience. But this is Oblivion we're talking about. We can just complete one of those quests without starting it. For this we gotta head into the ruins of Winterseal. Inside we can find Umbra.
Blade. It hungers for souls.
Who, despite her first impression, isn't aggressive. And while we could just wait for her to die of natural causes, seeing how she likes eating bone meal, that would take a bit long. So instead we're gonna push her into the level geometry where she gets stuck once paralyzed. With the Umbra sword in our possession we can head just north of the ruins to the shrine of Clavicus Vile.
If you wish to bargain with Clavicus Vile, approach with an offering of 500 gold.
I have a sword, take it or leave it.
You've brought the sword! Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business. Excellent! A pitiful sword with a pitiful soul in exchange for a mask fit for a god. You've gotten the better of this bargain, mortal.
Hey Martin, how you like my new haircut? Oh, Carbuncle, be honest, is my hair that bad? Joffrey, we're discussing serious matters right now.
That an Oblivion gate has opened outside the city. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion. Captain Bird is waiting for you outside the Bruma city gate.
Thanks for coming. We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll follow you into that hell-spawned gate.
An entire army under my command? Well, it's not like I need it, but sure. Let's go, man. And that's one down. Better make use of his equipment. He would have wanted it this way. This plane is treacherous. But if we stick together, we... Can you believe those guys? Just leaving your companion behind. Alright, it looks like the tower hasn't been notified yet. Time to be stealthy. Good job, Bunny. You're practically invincible. Oh no, they saw you! Going up the tower wasn't too hard, but it did cost us quite a bit of resources. Our first totem staff is completely out of charges. I'm just gonna leave it here in hopes of provoking the goblins to invade the plains of Oblivion and search for it.
You did it, Captain. You closed the Oblivion gate.
You closed the gate? Can you believe this guy? Imagine taking credit when somebody else did all the work for you. Let's return to the temple and tell them I closed the gate.
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divines. Joffrey should tell it to you himself.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sanctor.
Sanctor is a special dungeon and yet followers will refuse to go inside. But I'm a capable adventurer who can handle a few skeletons. Is that a ghost? No thank you, change of plans. You see this barrier here? It guards the armor of Tiber Septim. The game wants you to explore a spooky dungeon and free a bunch of ghosts so they can disable the barrier for you. But instead we can just throw some fireballs at the armor until it's launched close enough to the barrier that we can just grab it. Now let's get out of here.
The armor of Tiber Septim himself. While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone. There is only one place that is rumoured to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskargand.
Miskargand is one of the more memorable dungeons in Oblivion, an ancient Jerma ruin under siege by a goblin tribe. It's also one of the easier dungeons since a lot of fighting is done between the enemies, but it's hard to care when it makes for such a nice set piece. Hey, I'm watching this. Go get him, Benny! You got this, I believe in you! Good fight, Benny. You gave it your all, and that's all that matters. I wonder what this button does. Huh. Must be broken. Hey, Danny, stop wasting time. Let's go. So that's how they're made. Does it still count as an ambush if you know they're coming? Good job, team up! I'm glad the king charged at me instead of using his staff. Look at this damage! Looking good, Martin. No haircut?
You're back, and you've got the great stone. I never thought to see a great Welkin stone. As beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course its beauty is a mask for its deadly power.
I know that feeling all too well.
Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Manka Cameron's realm. A great sigil stone, then, is what we require. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the Mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to attack Bruma. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one.
You're already more of an emperor than your father ever was.
I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can explain to the Countess. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for a council of war.
Man, those teleporting doors are awfully convenient. Shame they didn't build more of them.
Greetings. What news from Cloud Ruler Temple? Martin would risk my whole city to gain a great sigil stone? I must confess, you are the first person to speak of victory against these Daedra. I will meet Martin at the chapel. When all is ready, I will order my men to stop closing the gates and prepare for battle.
Hail, Martin Septims!
Martin Septims!
You're getting my name wrong, but I still appreciate the enthusiasm.
Huzzah for the Emperor!
We must hold fast until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate. We must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil, do you stand with me?
He was talking about me, the hero of our waited to fight or restart.
Do your worst.
Guys, we all know why the Daedra are here. You can stop screaming murder. This plan could be a problem. We have just 15 minutes to close the gate before the siege engine destroys the barrier between Oblivion and Tamriel. That means we're gonna have to take a shortcut. Not even close. I might not be able to jump over this rock, but I saved enough healing potions that I can just tank the lava damage. Using the cave system, we gain faster access to the final gate than by going through the towers. And while we don't have much time, there's always time for a refreshing sip of blood. Blood! How did he get so much of it? Inside the final tower, remember to grab the sigil key, and we made it. With time to spare, I might add. So, how was your day? Alright, I grabbed the sigil. Still wanna know about your day though. And they said my inability to grow was bad.
We won a great victory here today. We now have the means to recover the Amulet of Kings from Manka Cameron. Remember, the portal closes behind you. Anything you need, carry it with you.
Alright, no need to be shy, Lenny. Only I came through. Guess Martin isn't as adept at magic as I had hoped.
You destroyed the Sigil Tower at Ganona. My kin say you fought well.
Ganona? I hearty Nuha.
Dead.
In order to enter the next part of the dungeon, we have to equip the Bands of the Chosen, which is a piece of light armor. So, from now on, this is a no-hit run.
Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! SpongeBob, careful! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
Patrick, the lid's already off.
Oh, now it's my turn.
I'm thinking I should do this one too, Patrick.
You did not expect to see me come, did you? You have no grasp of the come that my father has at his command. You think you can stop us? Soon Mehrunes Dagon will come upon Tamriel for the first time since the Mythic Age, and our victory will become complete. Come. My father is waiting to welcome you to Karak Agayalor.
I have waited a long time.
That's the best you can do!
That fight was pretty hard. Let me take a seat for a second. Elder Mill, I missed you!
You found a way back. Does this mean... You did it. You defeated him. Then you have it. You have the Amulet of Kings. So you and Joffrey have said... If it is true, if the Emperor really was my father, then I should be able to wear it.
I get you're mad that he really was your father, but let's not shoot the messenger here.
But it is one thing to talk of becoming Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor. Until we light the Dragonfires, the gates are open and Mehrunes Dagon's invasion continues. Let's go to the Imperial City at once, before the enemy can recover from Manca Cameron's death.
No time to lose! 1 second, guys.
What do we have here? Now it's off to jail with you.
Alright, no time to lose!
Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept your claim to the Imperial throne.
That the king made a lot of good things happen today, don't you think? You little jester over there, you're so funny.
Courage,
made things
soldier.
happen.
We have
Raised
an
taxes
emperor
on everybody.
again.
Every
Your Highness,
single person
what are your
owes
orders?
40% more taxes.
Shall the guard
That means
fall
more
back
money
to
for
the
king.
palace?
No. If
Yeah,
we let
yeah.
ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're
How many
doomed.
people did we kill today?
We must get to the Temple of the
60?
One
Yeah,
immediately.
As you
Could've been
command,
70.
sire.
Could've been
Guards,
70.
form up and protect the Emperor.
It's a good day.
To the Temple of the One.
Come on, easy.
Such violence.
No time to sleep now, Ellen!
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Mortal weapons may hurt him, but now that he is physically here in Tamriel, they have no power to actually destroy him. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. It contains his divine power. I have an idea, one last hope. I must reach the Dragonfires and the Temple of the One. Lead on, my friend.
Ow!
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. That task falls to others. Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you. But now I must go. The dragon waits. The amulet is shattered. Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood and the Amulet of Kings, we have sealed the gates of oblivion. Forever. The last of the Septims passes now into history. I go gladly, for I know my sacrifice is not in vain. I take my place with my father and my father's fathers. The third age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scroll is written, you shall be its scribe. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire. These things now belong to you.
Sealed forever, Mehrunes Dagon and his ilk can never threaten Tamriel again. Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Tiber Septim. But now is not the time to worry about the future. Let's just give thanks that we're alive.
Anything else?
In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil. And as a small token of gratitude for your service to the Empire, I have ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor made for you.
Yeah, wait, armor? How about some Imperial Dragon shoes instead? Or maybe a hat?
Imperial Dragon armor is normally worn only by the Emperor himself. But you deserve no less, champion.
Thanks. Yeah, I can't use any of this. Listen, Irsa, we've been through a lot together, and I want you to have this. It's the least I can do. Here, take it. Now excuse me while I parade this armor around town.